My beloved child, please take a moment to sit quietly and listen with your whole heart, because right now, in the invisible world that surrounds your everyday life, something very important is happening. It is something that carries a deep meaning from heaven itself, and God does not want you to miss it or brush it aside. He has placed this exact moment in front of you on purpose, with a sense of urgency that comes straight from His loving heart. It is not meant to scare you or make you feel worried. No, it is meant to wake up a strong and beautiful power that is already inside your spirit, waiting to be used for good. Imagine Archangel Michael, that mighty protector sent from God, standing right there next to you. His bright sword of pure light is held ready, but not because he is angry or ready to fight in a harsh way. It is drawn only to guard you, to stand for truth, and to keep away anything that could bring harm. He looks at you with eyes full of seriousness, and his voice rings out like a clear bell across the vast skies of heaven. He says, "My dear child, pay close attention to this. Do not turn away or think it is not real. This is serious. This is no laughing matter. This is not just something that happened by chance. There is someone out there who is thinking about doing something hurtful to your sister, and heaven above will not sit quietly and let that go unnoticed. But along with this important warning comes a promise from God that cannot be shaken or broken, no matter what. You are completely safe. Your sister is completely safe. Nothing bad will happen. Not one little thing will go wrong. All you need to do is put your full trust in God and lift up your prayers to Him, because even now, as you read these words, divine help from heaven has already started working. It is already in motion, moving things in ways you cannot see yet. You need to let this truth sink deep into your heart and mind. When God sends a message like this through your spirit, it is never to make you feel overwhelmed or filled with fear. That is not how God works. His true nature is all about protecting you, keeping you safe, and giving you peace. Yes, His voice might sound strong and urgent sometimes. The message might feel intense and powerful. But the reason behind it is always for your good, for your safety, for your calm heart, and for clear understanding of what He is doing. This is exactly why you are being guided in this way right now. This is why your spirit felt a gentle pull, almost like a tug on your heart, to open and read this message at this very second. Heaven picked this timing on purpose, because heaven knows everything that is happening behind the curtains of life, in places your eyes cannot see. There are special times in everyone's life when God steps forward in a big way that you simply cannot ignore. These are moments when He speaks a little louder than usual, not because He is mad or upset with you, but because He is so determined to pull you and your loved ones out of any possible danger long before that danger even gets close. This is one of those special moments for you. God has seen what was being said in secret, in the dark places where no one else was looking. He has seen what was hidden from your view, what someone thought they could keep completely secret and never let out. God noticed the bad intention starting to form around your sister. It was an intention that had no business being there at all. It was something heaven says no to, firmly and finally. You were not supposed to find this out all by yourself through worry or guessing. God brought it straight to your attention because you are special to Him. You are chosen for this. Your prayers are powerful and mean a lot in heaven. Your heart is linked to your sister's in a deep spiritual way that maybe you do not even fully understand yet. Heaven has been watching over her carefully for a long time. Archangel Michael has already placed strong angels all around her, around every step she takes, around her home where she rests, around her spirit that shines inside her. But God wanted you to know about it, not because something terrible is going to happen. No, not at all. But because you have an important part to play in keeping her safe. Your love for her, your prayers lifted up to God, your awareness of what is going on, and your faith in Him, all of these things work like a strong shield that wraps around her protectively. Do you have any idea how amazing and powerful your connection to her really is? Do you know how much stronger your spiritual presence becomes when you truly care for someone with all your heart? God sees that and honors it greatly. Heaven listens and responds to it right away. That is why God is speaking to you now with a firm voice, but also with so much gentleness and kindness. He says, "My child, nothing will touch her in a harmful way. Nothing will hurt her at all. But you need to stay awake in your spirit, alert and ready." He wants you to know that you are not dealing with this by yourself, and neither is she. Heaven is not just watching from far away. Heaven is actively stepping in and changing things. God is not sitting back and waiting to see if something bad might happen. No, He is stopping any possible problems before they even have a chance to start growing. There is a person near her, someone whose heart is not in a good place right now. This person might be carrying feelings of jealousy, or old hurts that turn into resentment, or some inner confusion and chaos that they have not fixed or healed yet. Their plans or thoughts are not coming from any real spiritual strength. They come from their own emotional weakness, from places inside them that are hurting. And sometimes, when people feel weak like that emotionally, it can lead them to have dark thoughts, even if they never actually do anything about them. But God sees everything, the very beginning of every thought, every little plan, every hidden seed of negativity that tries to plant itself. Because God sees it all, He brings it out into the light so it can be stopped before it ever becomes something real and hurtful. Your sister has been under God's protection since the day she was born into this world. There are specific angels assigned just to her, angels who never get tired or sleep, angels who jump into action the instant any spiritual danger shows up. But every now and then, God decides to include you in the process because you bring something special and unique to it. You are not just her brother or sister in the family sense. You are connected to her on a spiritual level that ties into her whole life path, her future, her God-given purpose. Your bond with her is a key part of how she is kept safe. That is why God is urging you strongly not to give in to panic, not to let fear take over, not to rush into a pile of worries. Instead, lift up your prayers to Him. Every single time you quietly say her name to heaven in prayer, a fresh wave of bright light flows out and surrounds her completely. Every time you think about her safety with a heart full of love, strong walls from God rise up even higher around her. Every time you speak her name out loud with real faith, Archangel Michael makes his protective shield around her even stronger and brighter. God promises that this whole situation will turn out perfectly. Not one step will go wrong. Not even one tiny moment will be off, because He has already stepped right into the middle of it all. But He is telling you about it because He wants your spirit to be in perfect tune with what heaven is doing right now. He wants your heart to be linked up with His plans and purposes. You are not being warned about some danger that cannot be avoided. No, you are being invited to take part in a wonderful moment of responsibility given by God Himself. Your sister might have been noticing some odd things lately, maybe a strange feeling in the air around her, or getting tired for no clear reason, or sudden negative thoughts popping into her mind, or a heavy feeling in her emotions, or confusion that she just could not figure out. But please understand, these were not signs that something was wrong inside her own heart or life. They were just little clues that someone else's negative energy was being aimed in her direction spiritually. God saw how her energy was starting to be affected, not by any physical threat, but by this emotional or spiritual weight coming from another person's bad intentions. And the moment God saw it, He moved forward to handle it. That is the reason this message found its way to you today. Now, Archangel Michael speaks to you in a soft and kind voice. He says, "Do not be afraid at all, dear child of God. I am standing right beside her, even when she is fast asleep and resting. You have absolutely nothing to fear. But please, do pray. Your prayers are not a heavy load or something you have to force. They are like a beautiful bridge that connects heaven directly to earth. When Michael asks you to pray, it is not because heaven needs you to give permission for things to happen. It is because heaven wants your heart to be part of the amazing miracle that is taking place right now. There are times when God lets you peek at what He is keeping away from you and your loved ones, not to make you scared, but to show you just how much He loves you and cares for every detail. At this very moment, God is making sure nothing bad gets anywhere near. No harm will come close at all. But He wants you to know without a doubt that both you and your sister are fully covered by His protection. Just think for a second about all the battles in the unseen world that God fights for you every single day without you even knowing. How many spiritual storms He calms and stops before they ever start brewing. How many harmful plans or thoughts He turns aside and makes powerless before they can turn into real actions. This is one of those quiet miracles that usually happens without anyone noticing. But today, God has decided He wants you to know about it. Not to frighten you or make you anxious, but to build up your strength and faith. He wants you to see the real meaning behind His unbreakable promise. I will never leave you alone. I will never turn away from you. I will protect the people you love dearly because your heart is so precious to me. Your sister is being shielded not just because she needs it and deserves it, but also because of the deep connection you share with her. God keeps safe the ones you love as a way to honor the pure love that lives in your heart. Your love has the power to call angels to action. Your caring concern is strong enough to bring divine help rushing in. God tells you that the person who has this negative thought toward your sister is really struggling with their own darkness inside. They are not strong in any real way. They do not have any spiritual power that can stand against God. They are not able to do anything that heaven would ever allow to succeed. Their energy might feel heavy and burdensome to them, but in the eyes of heaven, it is as weak and harmless as a puff of dust in the wind. God is not worried or threatened by them one bit. Archangel Michael is not concerned about their plans at all. They do not pose any true danger, only broken pieces of intentions coming from their own hurt and unfinished healing. But even so, God still shows you the truth about it. He does this so you can stay aware, stay connected in prayer, and stay active in your spirit. And now, God wants to speak straight to the deepest part of your heart. He says, "My child, you must trust me completely. Nothing will harm your sister in any way. I am already standing right in front of her, blocking any trouble. I am already all around her, holding her close. Your prayers will only make her protection even greater and higher. Do not let fear creep in. Do not carry any anxiety around with you. Instead, carry strong faith. Carry warm love. Carry my presence living inside you every moment. Take a slow, deep breath right now and let yourself feel the wonderful peace that heaven is pouring over you at this instant. The urgency you sense in this message is not about danger coming. It is about getting your spirit lined up perfectly with what God is doing. Heaven wants you in step with the protection being built around your sister. Both of you are being lifted up higher than before. Both of you are being surrounded by love and safety. Both of you are being kept perfectly preserved. Nothing will go wrong in any way. God has taken complete charge of your safety, your whole family's safety, and especially your sister's well-being. Let your heart rest easy in His promise. Let your mind become calm and quiet. Let your soul feel the gentle presence of angels all around you, watching over every step. God is not warning you about some big disaster ahead. No, He is telling you about the miracle He is already making happen. You are safe. Your sister is safe. You are protected. Your sister is protected. You are watched over with care. Your sister is watched over with care. You are blessed abundantly. Your sister is blessed abundantly. Now, pray with full trust in your heart, not with any fear. Pray with love flowing out, not with worry weighing you down. Pray knowing that God hears every word you say right away. Pray knowing that Archangel Michael is standing strong on guard. And always remember this important truth. When heaven speaks with a sense of urgency, it is because a beautiful miracle is unfolding, not because something awful is on the way. You are covered completely. She is covered completely. God is with you every second. God is with her every second. Nothing will go wrong. Trust Him with all your heart. If you believe these words deep in your soul, go ahead and type Amen as a way to say yes to God's promise. My beloved child, take another gentle breath and let it fill you slowly, because what is being given to your spirit in this moment is not just everyday words. It is something special and holy. You have been reached by a message that was carefully put together for you long, long ago, even before you ever felt the heavy things of the world. Before fear ever knocked on your door, before confusion clouded your days, before any storm shook your heart and made you wonder, God is speaking to you now, not from some far-off place, but from right inside the breath that keeps your soul alive and glowing. He is reaching out His hand to you because something deep within you has been shaking a little, needing comfort. Something inside has been quietly calling out for direction and help. And God wants you to know that your soft whisper has traveled all the way to heaven. And heaven is answering, loud and clear. Heaven is never quiet when it comes to you. Never. Heaven has been keeping an eye on everything, protecting you step by step, guiding your path, shielding you from harms you never even saw coming. Even in times when you could not see it yourself, even when you felt small and weak, even when you wondered if anyone noticed the secret battles you were fighting inside, every single word God gives you now has a reason and a purpose behind it. There is a movement, a gentle stirring, in the spiritual world that wraps around your family, and it is especially strong around the one you love so much. Your sister, the one whose soul is tied to yours in ways that go far beyond this life on earth. There was a shadow that tried to creep up around her spirit, and heaven noticed it long before you felt even a hint of it. When God says that someone is planning something harmful toward her, please understand this in the right way. It is not about a physical attack or some danger you can see with your eyes. It is about a spiritual interference, like a wave of negative energy, or jealousy that stings, or bitterness that lingers, or someone quietly plotting bad wishes from a heart that is not filled with love. But do not let fear enter your thoughts, because even before this bad intention ever started to form in that person's mind, God, the Lord your God, had already placed an unbreakable shield all around her. Nothing, absolutely nothing, that God does not allow can ever get through to touch her. There is divine protection over her life that is stronger than anything else, and it cannot be cracked or broken. God speaks to you about this because your spirit is open and ready to hear it. You are the one whose ability to sense things is waking up more and more. You are the one whose heart picks up on feelings before they turn into events. You are the one chosen by God to be both a protector in prayer and a witness to the truth as it comes out. My child, never think little of the special gift God has placed inside you. 4 years now, you have sensed things that others missed. You have felt changes in the air, shifts in the atmosphere, before anyone else even noticed something was different. You have known deep down when someone close by was hiding their true feelings, when someone spoke kind words but thought sharp and hurtful ones inside, when someone smiled on the outside but felt threatened by the good light shining from you or your family. You were never just making it up in your head. You were truly perceiving it with your spirit. God is reminding you of this now because your sister is linked to you in that same spiritual way, and your awareness makes a real difference. Your prayers make a real difference. Your voice speaking to God makes a real difference. You are not powerless or helpless in any of this. You are filled with power from the very breath of heaven itself. There is someone in her circle who carries envy in their heart. Someone who holds on to resentment like a heavy bag. Someone whose words might sound sweet and nice, but whose spirit is restless and unsettled inside. This person has watched your sister's blessings pour in, her happiness, her growth, her steps forward in life, and instead of being happy for her and celebrating, something twisted inside them and turned to jealousy. But listen closely to what God says, my child. Envy has no real power at all when the person it is aimed at is covered by the protection of heaven. Jealousy cannot smash through the shield that God has built. Bad intentions, no matter how hidden, cannot change or override the wonderful destiny that God has written with His own hand for your sister. God tells you these things so that you will wake up fully in your spirit, so that you will pray with purpose, so that you will stand tall and strong inside, so that you will remember you are not just someone who receives messages from God. You are a warrior carrying His light. You were picked by God to stand in the space between danger and your loved ones. You were picked to sense possible trouble before it ever shows its face. You were picked to notice the spiritual changes that most people walk right past without seeing. You were picked to guard your family with your prayers, with your God-given intuition, and with the strength He provides. And please, my child, do not see this message as something to fear. It is not fear at all. It is empowerment from God. It is preparation straight from heaven. It is awareness of the spiritual world around you. It is heaven gently reminding you that nothing ever happens without a warning from God. Nothing can rise up in the darkness without God's light coming to expose it and push it away. Your sister is never alone in this. You are never alone in this. God has sent Archangel Michael to surround her completely, to watch over her every move, to guide her choices, to shine bright light on every hidden plan or intention around her. Michael stands there on guard, his sword of light held high not to hurt anyone, but to cut cleanly through any spiritual confusion, to slice away the ties of negative energy trying to attach, to break apart any plans made in secret before they can grow. You need to grasp this deep down. Sometimes the harm someone plans is not about hurting the body. Sometimes it is about trying to manipulate emotions, or distract the spirit, or spread jealousy through words, or gossip that stings, or betrayal that breaks trust, or an energy that just drains joy and discourages the heart. Heaven sees these things as real spiritual harm, and God takes them very seriously. My beloved child, God is watching every single detail. He sees the people who talk about your family when you are not around. He sees those who act like they care but hide other motives in their hearts. He sees the ones who offer help on the surface but secretly feel angry about your family's progress and blessings. He sees those who believe your family has no idea about their true thoughts and feelings. Nothing, not one thing, is hidden from God's all-seeing eyes. And the reason this important message is coming to you and not to someone else is because you have been chosen to wake up spiritually in a powerful way. You have been chosen to stop old patterns that might have hurt families in the past. You have been chosen to carry light wherever darkness tries to sneak in. You have been chosen to pray with authority, to protect with love, to discern truth from lies, to stand firm no matter what. You have probably wondered many times why you suddenly feel a heaviness for no reason you can name. Why worry comes to you at night out of nowhere. Why you get these quiet warnings in your spirit without any clear explanation. It is because your intuition is not just a normal feeling. It is a divine gift from God. It is connected directly to heaven. It is sharpened and made accurate by His Spirit. You sense spiritual danger long before it could ever become something physical. You feel changes in energy well before events start to happen in the world you see. This is not just anxiety or overthinking. This is true discernment from God. And this is exactly why He is speaking to you today in this way. Because your sister needs the strength of your spirit, your prayerful presence, your intuitive guidance, your shining light. Not because she is weak or unable to handle things. No, she is strong too, but because you are equipped by God in a special way to protect her on emotional levels, spiritual levels, and even in the energy around her. You might not have realized it fully, but she relies on the spiritual covering you provide more than she might ever say out loud. She trusts you in a deep way, even when words are not spoken. Her soul knows your soul like an old friend. She senses that when something bothers her inside, you pick up on it somehow. She knows that when someone near her has bad intentions hidden away, you feel it before she does. She knows you are the one she can count on without having to explain everything. This connection you share is not by accident or chance. It is designed by God. It is ancient in the spiritual sense. It has purpose that reaches into eternity. And now, my child, the message goes even deeper because heaven has more to share with you. Very soon, in the days ahead, your intuition about a certain person around your sister will grow stronger. You will feel something in your spirit that logic alone cannot explain. It will be clear and undeniable. Do not push that feeling aside or ignore it. It will be like a signal light flashing, a spiritual alarm bell ringing softly, a gentle push from God Himself. It will not be fear trying to take hold. It will be pure awareness from heaven. Trust it completely because when your spiritual senses are lined up with God's protection, they are always right and true. But no matter who it is that holds jealousy or secret bad intentions, remember this: they cannot lay a finger on the ones God has covered. They cannot break what God is holding together. They cannot harm what God is guarding. They cannot stop the good plans God has already set in motion. My child, you must not give room to fear. You must not let this message feel like a heavy weight on your shoulders. It is not given to scare you or burden you down. It is given to lift you up, to empower you, to awaken the warrior in your spirit, to strengthen you for the good things ahead, to help you rise higher in faith and love. You are protected fully. Your sister is protected fully. Your whole family is protected fully. God is walking ahead of you on every road you will travel. He is standing right beside you in every moment of your life. He is behind you, catching anything that tries to sneak up. He is above you, pouring down blessings. He is within you, giving you peace that nothing in this world can take away. Let go of any worry now. Hand it over to God. Feel His arms around you and your sister. Know that angels are encamped around your home, your paths, your dreams. Pray simple prayers from your heart. God, keep my sister safe. Surround her with your light. Let your peace fill her, and watch how heaven moves. This is the end of the warning, but the beginning of greater faith. God has spoken. The miracle is done. Rest in it. Live in it. Share it with love. Thank you from the depths of my heart for taking the time to read and receive this message of divine protection and love. If the words spoken here have stirred something deep in your spirit, if they've brought you a sense of peace, a reminder of God's unwavering shield around you and your sister, or even a spark of hope that lights up your day, then please consider hitting that like button below. Your simple thumbs up isn't just a click. It's a way to say, "This touched me, and I want others to feel this too." In a world full of noise, your like helps spread this light to someone else who might be quietly wrestling with their own unseen battles, reminding them that heaven is always at work, always protecting, always loving without condition. And if you're not already part of this growing family of faith-filled hearts, I invite you with open arms to subscribe to the channel right now. Subscribing means you're saying yes to more messages just like this one, gentle urgings from heaven, stories of divine intervention, prayers that wrap around your life like a warm embrace, and truths that awaken the warrior of light inside you. Every week, we dive deeper into these spiritual whispers, exploring how God's promises aren't just words on a page, but living realities that guard our steps, shield our loved ones, and lift us higher into His purpose. When you subscribe and turn on that little bell notification, you won't miss a single update. Imagine opening your feed to find exactly the encouragement your soul needs on a tough morning, or a timely word that confirms the intuition you've been feeling about your family. It's free, it's simple, and it's one of the most beautiful ways you can join this journey of trust and protection. Click subscribe today, and let's walk this path together, hand in hand with heaven. Now, my dear one, if this message has truly resonated, if it's reminded you of the unbreakable bond between you and your sister, the power of your prayers as a bridge to angels, or the profound peace that comes from knowing nothing harmful can touch what God has covered, then I want to share something even more personal. Your support through Super Thanks means the world to me, and allows these messages to keep flowing freely to hearts like yours. Super Thanks is that special way for you to show extra gratitude, right here on this video, with amounts starting as low as $2 and going up to $50, or even $100 in some regions where the feature supports it. Check your options below. It's not about the amount, it's about the heart behind it. That $2 might be a quick thank you from a student who's found strength for their exams, while a $10 could come from someone whose family prayer time just got deeper. A $25 super thank? That's often from a parent who's felt God's hand over their children after hearing this. And yes, up to $50 or $100. Imagine that generous outpouring from a soul who's been through the fire and now wants to fuel more fires of faith for others. Whatever you feel led to give, whether it's the smallest spark or the fullest flame, it directly helps me continue creating these extended, heartfelt scripts, pouring hours into rephrasing heavenly truths with simple, soothing words that anyone can understand, ensuring they're long enough to sink in like a 20-minute meditation, yet packed with the essence of God's urgent yet tender voice. Your super thanks doesn't just support the channel. It honors the divine connection we're building here. It says, I see you pouring out love, and I want to pour back. Viewers who've sent a super thank often share how it felt like an act of worship itself, thanking God by blessing the messenger. One supporter wrote, My $20 super thanks was for the night my sister's bad dream turned to peace after your prayer prompt. You've been our unseen angel. Stories like that, they keep me going, reminding me why we do this. So, if you're ready, look for the super thanks button right under the video player. It's that colorful heart icon sparkling with possibility. Tap it, choose your amount, from $2 up to $100, depending on what's available in your area. Add a personal note if you'd like, praying for my sister's protection too. Or, this awakened my spirit, thank you. And watch as your animated celebration bursts across the screen. Everyone watching will see your name highlighted in the comments, unless you choose anonymous, turning your gratitude into inspiration for the whole community. It's fun, it's meaningful, and it's a direct line from your heart to this ministry of light. But let me be real with you for a moment. Super Thanks isn't just a feature, it's a ripple of heaven's economy. When you give, you're not only encouraging more content like this protective word for your sister, but you're sowing seeds into a harvest of spiritual awakening for thousands. I've seen $5 gifts lead to chain reactions. One viewer thanks, another sees it and subscribes, a third shares with their prayer group. And those larger ones, up to $100? They often come from those breakthrough moments, when fear turns to faith, when a family's heaviness lifts, when someone realizes their intuition is God's discernment in action. If that's where you are today, and you feel that nudge to go bigger, know that it's received with tears of joy and prayers of blessing right back to you. No matter what, $2, $10, $25, $50, or that bold $100, your heart is what shines brightest. It's the love behind the click that heaven multiplies. So, thank you, truly, for even considering it. You've already blessed me by being here, by letting these words guard your spirit. Now, go forth covered, praying boldly, loving fiercely. Type Amen if this sealed something in you, like subscribe, and if it moves you, super thanks away. You're loved beyond words, my beloved child. God bless you, now and always. See you in the next message of miracles.